Hey, everybody.
So, you did some grinding,
Yeah,
right?
we did a little bit of grinding with the party that we had when we went in last.
Which is probably the party we're
Yeah.
gonna fight with.
So Engelbut's 72 now, Cocancer's 72, and then everyone else is 60.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The guys we're fighting are gonna be like level 70 though, so that might not be the end of that.
Probably not. I did have an idea. I thought about it and realized we do still have some side quests that we haven't done yet.
Okay.
Because you had pointed out, I think in one of well, right before we did Victory, well, not Victory Road, but right before we did the championship, you had pointed out that wasn't there like a Ninja Dojo side quest that we didn't even touch or something like that?
we should have gone and done, like, I thought that would kind of just happen.
No, so they wanted us to go out and find a bunch of ninjas, and I realized that's a really good idea, but I don't want to, like, have it drag on forever. So I decided to look up where some of them are, and I think we're just going to go ahead and go there, fight the ninjas, and finish that side quest before we do it.
It'll
be interesting for experience.
Anything, can you get that egg?
Okay. Who should we put away?
I'm not sure.
I guess I can make an executive decision.
Okay.
I'll say
You're
that...
the executive now?
Apparently.
Do we have, like, ranks? What am I?
You're the treasurer. I'm gonna put the... You know what? I'll put Cocancer away for now.
Because he doesn't necessarily need the experience.
Yeah, but he's level 72 right now, so it's like, eh.
So if we're gonna be looking for things, we might as well have an egg ready to hatch.
Yeah,
and it's
I
close,
feel like that would
right?
be a good idea. I don't think it's... I think it's like 80%. That's not super close, but it's close-ish, I guess.
Yeah, it's good for
the best
something.
description. Can I just point out, by the way, I'm still super amazed that the pirates never came into play. They showed up once and then just disappeared.
Are they
forever.
not still?
No,
Like,
they're gone. The ninjas murdered them.
So there's just straight up no more pirates.
Yeah, no more pirates. It's really
Look at how
right?
sparse this map is, though. You'd think one of these other islands would eventually have opened up.
You'd think so, but they don't. It's just we have what we need. That's it. The pirates are all dead. They murdered every pirate in the land. All the ninjas murdered the pirates.
I mean, they can always patch stuff in.
Yeah, I mean, that is totally a possibility.
Yeah.
And in fact, okay, did we actually see this animation the last time?
No, I don't think we did.
This looks really cool.
Cool.
Anyway.
We're completely independent of our Pokemon now.
Yeah.
We don't need them.
We no longer need Pokemon at all.
Yep, game over. Final thoughts? Machines are better than animals.
Yeah. What I found out, though, as I was trying to say, is apparently... And I looked this up because I was curious about it, and I wanted to see how many of the Pokemon were actually in this game. There are a ton of Pokemon that are in the game as far as potentially using them goes. Like, they're in the coding, they're in the Pokedex, and they're mentioned in the game, but there are a ton of Pokemon that just straight up are not available.
I think the Pokedex has like 200 in it.
Yeah, I think so. But it's things like, do you remember when we went to the Ninja Village and we saw the statues of the 3 legendary whatevers, and there was like
are they not
a
programmed
whale
in
and
yet?
a kraken and all this other stuff? Yeah, they don't exist.
Wait, are you sure?
They're programmed in. They're in the game's code, but there's no way to get them.
Aw. Well, someday.
Maybe someday
necessary?
they'll get patched in. I don't know. Probably not. Was this Route 12? I hope it's Route 12.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Yeah, I probably can.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fucking, they totally just aren't in.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. They're not in the game. They're, like I said, they're programmed in, but apparently that's the extent of it. There's nothing else. You can't obtain them in any way. And apparently there's a handful of Pokemon that are like that. Aushus and Mushius are like that.
Oh, but they're a big part of the game lore.
Yeah, that was my reaction, because I was like, wait, isn't that like the Lugia Ho-Oh of this game?
Yeah.
It's like, no, they're just completely unavailable, and I'm just like, oh,
well,
that's kind of sad.
They still might get in. And they're in the Pokedex, so they'll get drawn for Popkas.
Yes, they will. They are in the Pokedex. They do exist in the Pokedex. And the equivalent of I forget what they call it now. The third one at the very end of the decks, the Mew or the
Mythical? Is that what they're calling them now?
I think they call them mythical Pokemon. That one is also in the
hello.
Pokedex, but isn't in the game at all.
So,
welcome, trainer. My name is Taro, and I'm a ninja from Tsukinami
Do all of these training
Village.
Huts just have to be talked to and
I
then
think
send
that's
them
what
back?
it is, yeah. I offer specialized training in the HP stat. Are you interested?
Oh.
My grandpa wants me to head back to the dojo. Okay then, please accept this gift as a token of appreciation for your efforts. See you soon!
I wasn't expecting this, like trained warrior to say, my
Ninja
grandpa!
way!
Like, I don't know, like, it sounds
he vanished. He ninja vanished.
It's way more informal than you'd expect a mighty warrior to say.
Just a little bit more informal than you'd expect.
What did he give us?
He gave us a weight. He gave us the power weight, which is, if I remember correctly, I believe that the power weight it's an EV item. And when you use it,
an effort value item, not an EV, the fox.
No.
Okay.
An
it
EV,
took me a second.
Don't worry, that is a real item, by the way.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
But when you put it on, your Pokemon gains double power EVs, if I remember correctly. And even if you're not in a battle that would typically raise power EVs, I think it still raises power EVs.
Okay.
I think that's how that particular item works.
Alright.
If I'm remembering correctly. I might be remembering wrong.
Where are we headed?
We're going to Route 15 next.
Okay.
Which requires us to go back because I don't want to surf all the way from Venetia to there.
Is there no closer point to fly to?
No, unfortunately. Yeah, this whole area is like really... You pointed it out when we were talking about it, but like... Hold on. This area is really sparse and really spread out. I skipped over rail. We needed to go through the labyrinth to get into 15.
Couldn't we... Oh, well, couldn't we come in from the other side of the...
We could fly to that. You know what? Sure. That actually might be shorter now that I look at it.
I mean, we do want to hatch that egg.
That was a bad call on my behalf. Yeah.
We do want to hatch the egg, but we don't have to spend too much time.
No, that's true. That's true.
There we go.
So we want to go to Route 15 now. Oh god. I'm just eating through our repels. Not that it really matters at this point because we don't really need repels right now.
Yeah, I mean, it annoys me that you use them at all, but this is a situation where it's like, no, you don't want to have to run into every dang thing. Wait, is this the cursed room?
Yeah, this is the cursed area of water.
Did you save the game?
No, but I'll save here, just in case.
Yeah, the curse is not lifted, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't checked the patch notes lately.
I'd like to point out that there's a cursed point in X and Y, too, and I don't know if people remember this. This is just trivia that I have sitting around, because it affected a lot of people who weren't me. I had a friend who was affected by the curse. When X and Y first came out, there was a part of the game that was massively broken.
Oh, yeah, like they had to patch it like right after the game was released.
People don't quite remember. It's the biggest city in X and Y. It's a big circular city. It's Lumios, I believe.
Yeah, it's Paris,
and this is not the right hut. Yeah, it's Paris. And effectively, when you saved in there, in the original build of the game, there was a chance that it would not save and then delete the entirety of your save file.
You're out of repels!
I know it is. Now I gotta run from everything. It's gonna be weird.
It's annoying.
Yeah. Well, these guys aren't very high leveled either. Like, it's just... That's the most annoying part about this.
Yeah, you can't grind from them.
Yeah, we wouldn't be getting enough experience to really make anything useful.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lumios had a huge problem where if you saved in there, it could potentially just brick the entirety of your game and delete your save file and all this other problems. And they had to release a patch immediately after the game came out. And if you didn't have that patch, or if you didn't get that patch, there was always this looming problem. And it happened...
Well, in what situation would you have not had the patch?
If you didn't have internet access or nobody told you that there was a patch.
Okay.
But the actual patch for the game, I think the game comes with the patch now. Like, if you bought a copy of the game,
that would be the standard thing to do.
Yeah, but the actual, like, the game itself, it was really bad. It was if you saved outside in Lumios. If you saved inside, you were totally fine, but there was just something in the programming that made Lumios like this awful place to be for a while. And a lot of people were always super suspicious about saving in there, even after that. So if you want to talk about, like, cursed areas and stuff in real Pokemon, they were totally cursed areas.
Yeah.
I don't know where this house is.
I don't
having some
either.
troubles.
At least nowadays they can patch those stuff like through the
Patch that
internet.
kind of stuff through the internet.
Yeah. Do you remember 3rd gen?
Yes.
Do you remember the berry glitch?
That was a big thing, yeah.
Yeah.
The fix that they had for that was interesting, though. Do you remember what the fix for that was?
I was going to explain what the glitch was.
Yeah,
there was just a
explain the glitch
point
first.
where, like, after a certain point of playing the game, it would just stop keeping track of, like, time.
Yeah.
So, like, your berries would no longer grow anymore, so they called it the berry glitch.
Oh,
hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Let's see this thing. Okay, cool.
It's a mini-corn!
That doesn't look like a Pokemon, but I like it.
No, it just looks like somebody drew a unicorn.
I
it's
like
still
it.
adorable.
It's a very nice
So
sprite.
let's get a name for this mini-corn, by the way.
Okay.
People at home, suggest names for a unicorn.
Yeah. Yeah, and I already know you're all going to say Amalthea, so I'm just going to say I already said it.
So that's Megan's suggestion now.
No,
Which
not
one
really.
is Amalthea?
That's the one from the last unicorn.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
I was trying to remember it. I thought it was like
What was the gender
Aurora
on
or
that
something.
thing?
Aw.
We'll find out
His
on the...
wife is nice.
Yeah.
She is female.
Okay.
So Amalthea totally works if that's the general consensus.
So
everybody
you
has.
wouldn't want to name it after the one from Sailor Moon because that one was a boy. Also, that's a Pegasus, not a unicorn. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know,
Doesn't
this
matter.
thing might turn into like an alicorn or something like that eventually. So
It might. I don't know.
Oh, what was it? Normal and fairy?
I don't know. It was very well sprited.
It was spreaded all right.
Yeah.
I'll check real quick, just going in and seeing, because I think it was normal and fairy. I just want to make sure. That is a
Okay.
cute little sprite. Yeah,
Yep.
fairy and normal. So that normal type is probably going to be replaced by something when it evolves. Is my immediate thinking with that.
Hey, has
There's
this
an
dive
item.
spot always been there?
I don't know. I guess it's always been there, and maybe we just never noticed.
Yeah, we were too busy trying not to be cursed.
Yeah. I'm hoping we don't need dive to find a ninja house that's like
Oh,
a
that
million
would suck.
feet underwater. I didn't actually check to see if we needed HMs for any of these. Maybe
yeah.
we should have, actually.
We'll
like,
figure it
yeah.
out. If you can't find it, we'll just go somewhere else. And get a
Yeah,
different
well, I
one.
mean, there's about 12, well, not 12 of them, but there's 6 that we have to go to. And this
One
is
for
just
each
one
stat?
of them. Yeah, one for each
Okay.
kind of stat, because the last guy was HP, so that it kind of spoils exactly what they're trying to do with that, obviously.
Huh.
Oh, hey.
Hello? I don't know how
Fishing
we
is
missed
his
you.
legacy. We missed a lot of trainers in here because we were avoiding them because they're
yeah.
all cursed.
Oh, speaking of curses, back to what I was saying, that
Yeah.
there was a glitch in 3rd gen where your berries would just stop growing after a certain amount of game time. And it was, you know, probably not the biggest of deals, but it was still a glitch. But this was before games were connected to the internet. Internet existed. We're talking like 2002,
Well, yeah, obviously.
so like whatever. But like, you couldn't just like check for patches and just let it download a patch. Like, what they did was in any game that had connectivity with 3rd gen, so it was like Pokemon Box and Pokemon Coliseum,
Yep.
Shadows of Gale of Lugia, or whatever that thing was. Any of those types of games came with either a promotional disc or like connected directly to the Ruby and Sapphire, and you could get, like, usually they gave out Jirachi, but also had a patch just snuck in with it.
Well, because I had the Jirachi disc. I don't have it anymore,
Shit.
unfortunately.
I can't get a
Somebody
Jirachi.
stole it from me in high school. I used to have a Jirachi disc. You got it as promotional stuff for Pokemon, I want to say it was Coliseum. It was if you pre-ordered the game and dropped $5 on the pre-order, they would give you the Jirachi disc.
Okay,
And the
that
Jirachi
had
disc-
the fix.
Yeah, so what it was it had a download for Jirachi, and it had a download for a patch to the game, and it was called, I think it was called the Berry Patch at the time, and people were just
Which
like,
makes sense.
It was like a really weird thing for it to be though, and people were really like what the fuck is this? What the hell is this? Why is it on my disc and all this other stuff?
And all it did was fix something that you might not have known it was there.
Yeah, and there was a huge explanation in the disc of what it was and why it was and all this other stuff. And it was like, yeah, no, there's a problem with the game that we haven't been able to fix, and here's what it is. And it was literally just like, yeah, eventually the clock just stops keeping track of time, and they wanted to fix it, but they didn't have any means to do so, so they fixed it that way. And what was really clever about that little fucking system was that a huge part of it was that the patch would move from game to game. So if you got it on yours,
that part.
If you had that patch on your game and you connected to another person to trade Pokemon, I see it. And you connected with another person to like trade Pokemon or to do a battle or anything like that, the game would go, hey, this person has a patch on their game. Do you want to download that?
So I didn't know that it like explicitly told you. I had always just been told it was there.
And I'm a ninja from Tsukinami Village, and I offer specialization in special defense.
Grandpa wants you.
Oh.
Is it going to be the same? Yeah, it's the same.
To the dojo. Okay, then please accept this gift.
Anyways.
At least they're handing these to us, by the way. These things tend to be a gigantic pain in the butt to get.
Oh yeah, normally I have to go through like Battle Tower.
Yeah, they usually cost like 100 BP a piece, and that's like 80 goddamn fights in Battle Tower.
Anyways,
continue. Sorry.
I never got to see the Berry Patch firsthand because I never had any of those games that came with like the thing that would do it, and I didn't know that they were explicit about explaining what it was.
Yep. They explained what it was, at least on the disc. The disc version, when you clicked it, had information about it, and they were very nice, and they kind of explained it through for you, and it was like, oh, that's really cool of you, thank you.
Anyways, I knew about it because I used to be on like a message board with a Pokemon thread where people were physically mailing a Jirachi disc amongst the members.
Oh,
I never got it. I never
internet.
asked for it. I never asked for it because it seemed like kind of a big deal when I was in high school. I didn't want to give anyone my address. But, like, you could have totally just had a friend who would send you, like, a GameCube disc so that you could fix your Game Boy Advance game. And, like, I don't know, like... Kids these days have it easy.
It's pretty adorable, I'll admit.
Yeah. Also...
I didn't want to fly there. Hold on.
Okay.
It's the wrong place.
There was at least one person in that Pokemon thread on that forum in that community who insisted that the proper way to say Pokemon names is in all caps because that's how it always appears in the games. That's not
that
even
was
true
changed.
anymore.
Yeah, that's totally not true.
Yeah, no,
it was first gen and what was it? First and second?
I don't remember if third did, but we were in third gen when he was like making this assertion. But like there was a guy who would literally just always go and be like, "Hey, does anyone want to trade a Trico for a Mudkip or something?" It would just be all in caps.
That just reminds me of like there are people who I've gotten yelled at for this in the past. There are people who insist that if you write the word Spider-Man, you need to write it with the apostrophe in it. Because it's Spider-Man.
That's not an apostrophe. Apostrophe
okay,
is
you know
the little,
what I mean, though.
the little comma.
No, what do I mean?
The little up comma.
Just a
hyphen.
dash. Yeah, a hyphen.